What's up, guys? Today we're going to be diving into a very interesting topic today. So guys, you already know how it is. I was browsing on X, just seeing some unhinged, and then all of a sudden I decided, what's happening in the anime community today? And lo and behold, something is actually happening in the anime community. Oh yeah, Uzumaki. No, not that. Oh, okay. Lolly. Oh, yeah, that's always happening. Never mind. Not that. Crunchyroll. No? But they're still ass, right? Oh, okay. I was just checking. I was just making sure. Okay. Today we're going to be diving into this new manga called Drama Queen. And boy, oh boy, there is a lot of drama surrounding this new series. From what I've seen, especially on Reddit and Twitter, there seems to be a lot of discourse involving the chapter of this new series. And yeah, you heard me right, the very first chapter. So today we're going to be diving into the chapter of Drama Queen. And whether you're here for the drama, the controversy, or just want to see what's all the fuss is about, let's dive right in. So in the very first chapter, right, aliens have integrated into human society in Japan after saving Earth from a meteor that was coming to destroy all living things. Like, these people were finna die, okay? In gratitude, humanity basically welcomed them and encouraged these aliens to basically integrate into their society, and millions upon millions have since made Earth their new home. Hell, it's to the point, guys, that we see it like even on news stations where they're praising the whole integration, and even people stating that they see the aliens as essentially their heroes, really. While all of this is happening, we are basically introduced to our main girl, Nomoto, who, let's just say, is not feeling the same. So the story centers around Namimoto, a factory worker struggling with the mistreatment she faces both in her personal life and at work. Early in the chapter, she is hit by an alien in a crowded area, leaving her with a nosebleed, but the alien doesn't even acknowledge it in the first place. This event basically showcases the growing resentment Namimoto feels towards aliens themselves, who seem to enjoy widespread praise and privilege while disregarding the struggles of ordinary humans. During Namito's shift continues on even at her workplace. Nomoto's alien boss berates her, further highlighting the social imbalance. It is here she meets Kitami, a man whose hatred for aliens runs much deeper, I would say. Kitami reveals that his family was killed in a car accident caused by an alien who faced no legal repercussions. Bonding over their shared resentment, let's just say they became besties. And if you thought it stopped there, no, apparently she basically gets hit again, mind you, by her boss, who basically continues on berating her while spraying his cooling spray. During this, he also tries to light a cigarette, which ultimately causes him to catch on fire, basically in front of our girl. Yeah, guys, he's dead. Yeah, he's gone. And even though it was very obvious that this was an accident, apparently they just decided to fire her. That part I didn't really get either, so I completely understood her frustration in this part, like completely. With our girl basically contemplating life right now, she all of a sudden gets a call from Kitami, who basically tells her that he's at her front door and asks to be let in. And guys, this dude shows up at her house with an alien corpse. Like, bro, what? So apparently he stated that while he was walking, the alien dude all of a sudden turned around, hit him in the face, and without so much as an apology, next thing he knew, Kitami beats him to death. Guys, I don't even know what to say about this part because it's already crazy in itself, you know? Because one, didn't she just meet this dude? And then two, mind you, no, that's it, actually. Why am I saying it in number two? That is it. This dude just pulls up out of her house with a freaking dead alien corpse, expecting her to do something about it. Like, bro, what? Get him out of here. Why are you here? So with not wanting to get in trouble, both of them decide to basically cook the alien to try to dispose of his body. And during this whole incident of them cooking him, let's just say our girl started to get a little hungry. Because, you know, referring back to the whole situation of her not being able to eat anything, she was basically starving. And so, yeah, she basically ate the corpse. And that's basically where the chapter leaves off. So for those of you who are wondering, well, what's the issue? What's the problem? Why are they going crazy? Well, so from what I've seen, the outrage boils down to a few key reasons as to why they're trying to, let's say, boycott the manga series, being perceived as xenophobia. A lot of people feel as though the manga portrayals of aliens mirrors real life world issues with immigrants or minority groups. The fact that the aliens are depicted as privileged, immune to consequences, and indifferent to human struggles has sparked a lot of accusations that the story is pushing a xenophobic agenda. Some people are even saying that this manga feels like a critique of modern societal hierarchies, and they're reading it as the author is making a political statement. Wait, one comment states, "It don't even matter if they want to call it a peak, but it's concerning how they don't accept that the protagonists are racist scums." Another person says, "I mean, a lot of Japanese people are pretty racist, and when it comes to anything but themselves and white people, I guess this could be satire." Another person says, "I've only known of this kind of manga because of the subreddit. For what I've seen here, I won't check it out and give it exposure because apparently it doesn't deserve any, and I only hope it gets canceled fast or at least fall into irrelevancy." Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, you can see a lot of this stuff all over Reddit and Twitter regarding the manga itself, and even other people stating outwardly that the author is racist and xenophobic entirely. Which I say so myself is pretty crazy and drastic, okay? Guys, keep this in mind. These are all assumptions based off of one chapter. I just want everyone to know that. This is all based off of one chapter of the manga. And it's to the point to where people are actively trying to boycott the actual manga series when it barely even released in the first place, which I find hilarious in itself. Like, genuinely, I think it's crazy because they're essentially giving more attention to the manga, basically raising its popularity. The amount of times I've seen people all over Twitter as well as even on YouTube are actively praising the manga in itself. Heck, I actually enjoyed it myself. So real quick, I'm going to play as a devil's advocate for a quick moment, because I do see why people are stating certain things as though that the MC character as well as her friend are essentially racist, because there are, I'll be honest guys, you got to be honest, there are hints and undertones of them actively discriminating against a certain group. Hell, even with the whole entire incident, even our girl states herself that she feels no guilt whatsoever regarding her boss, which I honestly say kind of says something. But anywho, and no one's saying that they are good people in the first place. No one's saying that they have to be good people, because this is the author's story. If he wanted to have the MC characters have a vendetta against aliens, they're gonna have a vendetta against aliens. It's that simple in their cases. But let's also remember, from the context of this one chapter, I'm saying it again, this one chapter that we have is pretty understandable. Guys, the MC character is actively getting hit over and over again, but no one seems to bat an eye. As well as her friend, on the other hand, his whole entire family was killed in a car accident while the alien gets off scot-free. Of course there's going to be vendettas against them. Of course they're going to feel a certain type of way. And mind you, again guys, it's only one chapter. We don't know nearly enough context to know where the story is heading or what the author's true intentions are in the first place. Are there political undertones? Maybe. But isn't that how it is with majority of every manga that's been coming out lately? So I honestly would not be surprised. But to outright say that this manga is somehow harmful after a single chapter feels honestly premature. But my question truly is how is it that certain people believe that they know more about the manga than the actual author himself? And you know what's even crazier? People are acting like the author can't have their main protagonist be a villain. Like, is it a surprise to see someone do the opposite and actually try to have a protagonist who essentially possibly doesn't even have even good morals in the first place? Hell, I would even argue by him showcasing a character such as this, I immediately found this way more interesting than all the other mangas that I've read where the protagonist is essentially always the hero and always saving everyone. Like, we're acting like no one deserves to have their creative freedom all of a sudden. Oh, and guys, with that being said too, please check out my censorship video where I kind of talked about the whole censorship involving the West, you know, and really how people were talking about the loss of freedom of, you know, self-expression and all the other stuff. And I hit some really good points regarding that too. But I find it funny too, the people that were against me when I was stating that obviously you can have freedom of expression, but there should be limits, especially when it regards to certain things involving minors and such as that. I had some people disregard that, but when it comes to a manga like this, when an author wants to try to do something different for once, to actually want to try to push the boundaries a little bit, all of a sudden that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of find it a little funny how it's kind of paralleling between each other regarding that situation. And for those of you who actively want to boycott it, just from the first chapter, as well as the fact it may contain political views that you might disagree with, by all means, do just that. You don't have to read it. You don't have to look at it. Just ignore it. But to outwardly state that the author is completely racist towards immigrants and xenophobic is a complete defamation of character. Like, come on, guys. You would think that we, the West, would know or learn by now with how things have been going on in our republics today. But no. Heck, it's to the point that other Japanese people are calling some people out in the West regarding the whole situation, which I find hilarious in itself, okay? But hey, you know, that's just my opinion. Now let's get to the fun part, okay? So these are honestly my 3 theories regarding this manga and where it might go from here, based off the first chapter alone, okay? So the first one being cult. I would not be surprised, based off the context of the story and basically how the author is kind of setting it up. It would be, honestly, my first theory is it would be really cool if this somehow turns into a form of a cult. And by that, as in the main character as well as the guy, they end up meeting other like-minded people who also seem to have the same discrepancy towards aliens and essentially forming their own, you could say, group, to where they try to get into politics and just trying to, you know, let's say form their own miniature society, basically. All right, that's the first theory. The second theory of where this story may go, essentially, they might become serial killers. And I only say this just due to the fact that our girl, she basically ate an alien, and she seems to like it pretty much. So, and also to help to the fact that the old dude, his whole family was perished due to aliens involvement. So I would not be surprised too if they go down that route involving becoming serial killers and just, you know, actively trying to take out aliens one by one. And then my last theory is a generalized uprising, similar to the cult theory, to where they meet like-minded people, but just trying to really reform the system in the actual laws itself. So honestly, guys, here is the deal. Love it or hate it, Drama Queen is making waves, and guys, if I'm honest, I'm honestly here for them. So what do you think? Criticism's justified, or is this just another case of people jumping the gun? Do you see yourself rooting for the main characters, or are you more skeptical about where this story is headed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more future content, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.